Welcome to Expanding Your Search with Brent and jodibailey. We are growing our circles of connection and knowledge with encouraging conversations and positive communications. Today, Brent and Jodi welcome
faith-based film director of the hit movie Church People that's releasing today on digital and DVD. He's also the director of the current streaming cooking show that's full of stand-up comedy, Christopher Shawn Shaw.
And now, here are your hosts, Brent and jodibailey.
Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to Expanding Your Search. It's Brent Bailey. I hope you're having a great day. It is Friday. We're heading into the weekend, and this is a long weekend as it's Labor Day. But join me right now in welcoming over in the control room right now, Jodi, who's over there getting herself situated.
I am.
In the new digs. As you tell, we got a new studio, and we've been working.
Do.
This is our third show out of it, and sort of the bugs are gone, but not quite all of them yet. But
Anyway, get things worked out.
We got a nice long weekend ahead of us to just kind of enjoy it, and hopefully you're getting ready to wrap up summer wherever you're at.
Yep.
Especially people like you were saying earlier today.
People in the Northeast, a lot of Northwest, a lot of people that are in the cooler climate places are going to just shut things down. They're shutting down any summer activities.
The pools are closing.
Yep. Your parents are closing their pool, and
we have friends in New Jersey that are, all the boardwalks are closing down.
Yep.
That's this weekend.
Yep.
And so this is kind of the last hurrah for summer, even though the official season won't end for a couple of more weeks.
No, and of course in Florida,
it's year round.
It's year round.
So
we are blessed to have that.
Some of the amusement parks are going to go to weekends only. Some will be closed for the whole season.
Yep.
But right here in Orlando, we're still alive and kicking.
We are.
We'll be kicking all year long.
It's nice and warm, we're good. We're good.
So anyway, as we get ready to turn the corner into fall, that kind of starts getting us thinking. I know that we're not quite really into it yet.
Right. We're
not. Next month, we'll be into the holiday season because obviously we get into Halloween, and that's when people say, I don't celebrate Halloween. Yeah. Whatever, harvest, you can call it whatever, trick-or-treating, what have you. We're getting there. We start, and then it's light speed to the end of the year.
Yep.
But in celebration of the Halloween season coming up, Pringles is making glow-in-the-dark cans.
That's really cool.
So when
I like that.
So it's the Pringles logo, and there's like a mummy hand that's reaching for the potato chip or the potato crisp. And when you close the lights off, the logo and the hand glows.
Now, see, that would be really fun to get a bunch of them and put them out front.
Yeah.
Put them maybe
instead of jack-o'-lanterns.
Jack-o'-lanterns, yeah.
Put a little black light on them so that they glow. Yeah.
All right. Carving up. Yeah.
So that's, you can tell it's already started. Somebody posted on Facebook, I think, today. I had my first pumpkin spice latte. And I'm like,
right? No, I've seen so many people, many places talking about pumpkin.
Well, Wednesday we talked about how Kit Kat has come out with a pumpkin-flavored Kit Kat for the fall. So
pumpkin-flavored, yeah.
Anyway, there's all kinds of things that's going on right now. People are getting ready for it.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so what is today? What national days are we celebrating today?
Let's just kick it off real quick with the food.
Yeah, that's
we always like to talk about some kind of a food.
That's the best.
This one's a little bit different. It's actually called Welsh Rarebit Day, but it stems from the history of, if you've ever heard of Welsh rabbit.
No, I haven't.
Okay, so obviously it's some kind of, European or something type of dish. Sounds like it, right? I always thought
I don't know. I don't even know what to expect if it's called Welsh rabbit.
Okay, so you would think that there's a rabbit in it.
Yeah, well, isn't there?
No, there's no rabbit in it.
That's dumb.
To me, honestly, I always thought Welsh rabbit was a stew of some sort. Not even close.
You've heard of this before?
I've heard of Welsh rabbit, and then I found out Welsh rarebit. So they named it rabbit like as a tongue-in-cheek, just as a joke. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand it.
And
but
today is the day we celebrate that.
yes. Now, what it is, though, actually, is it is essentially cheesy toast. Not like cheese bread, but cheesy toast. So you use wheat bread and hot cheddar cheese. Pour the hot cheddar cheese over the wheat bread, and there you go. Just a simple snack.
I have never heard of such a thing in all my life.
You know, I didn't even know it was that. I've heard the name Welsh.
I've never even heard that. I've never heard that name.
So what's cool is you can add different things. They suggest add an egg on top or bacon or both.
I'm down to try it. Of course, we don't do a lot of bread, so we have to try Ezekiel bread.
Yeah, Ezekiel bread,
and
definitely.
maybe the cheddar flavored goat cheese.
Yes, absolutely.
And then it's Dr. Sherwood approved.
Yes, exactly. And we feel, we're okay. So
okay.
Anyway, so that's your food for the day.
All right.
The next thing is U.S. Bowling League Day. Now, we like to bowl, right?
Well, sure.
I mean, we do.
Sure.
We've taken the kids bowling, and we've had fun.
Like to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
But did you realize, and I think you probably already know, it started out as an outdoor sport.
I don't know the complete history of it, but I do know that the Egyptians
they
bowled.
used to bowl.
Now, I don't know if they invented it, but
they
bowled.
So until 1840, it was an outdoor sport, and what basically those that were playing and watching would gamble on it. And at that point, it had 9 pins. So then in 1841, the state of Connecticut banned the outdoor one with the 9 pins and took it indoors. And obviously,
because of the gambling.
Because of the gambling. Yep.
Huh.
Yeah, interesting. And then and added a pin. So it's bowling as we know it today. So.
It's so funny when you think about some of the sports that we take for granted. No, I don't even call them sports. Leisure activities.
Yeah.
That we take for granted. They all have a dark past behind them.
You know what, honey? You're
like
wearing
billiards,
kind of a bowling shirt today.
I am. But like billiards. Billiards used to be considered one of the, in the Music Man, the musical, We Got Trouble.
Yeah.
Right here in River Cities. And it starts with a P,
Yeah.
So, or capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. So it's amazing that some of these things that are just no big deal to us, darts.
Yeah.
All those things all have
a
history of starting as something that was banned.
Right.
And bowling, who knew?
Who knew?
That was one of them as well.
Okay, so let's move on. So
all right, what else?
The next one, it's Lazy Mom's Day.
All right, well, I know some people that could celebrate this.
You know people that currently.
I'm not going to say.
No, just kidding.
But
moms tend to be very busy, and
it's fair enough. That's true.
Fair enough. If they're a mom, they're taking care of kids.
It's true.
And they're going here and there. And so today is a day that the rest of the family.
They can sit around and do nothing.
They can take a nap. They can take a
bath. What are some things that they can be doing while celebrating it?
Well, they can put their family to work and fold the laundry, empty the dishwasher. I'm blessed that my husband already does that. So naps, a bath, get a massage.
Oh yeah.
All
so
the
basically,
above.
it's all. I don't know whether I'm believing it because it's basically so far you've listed everything you like.
No,
so is this a real thing?
That was actually
or are you throwing out hints right now?
No, I'm not throwing out hints. No, I need to go get a pedicure anyway, so I'll probably be doing that tomorrow anyway. But no, it's just,
all right, lazy moms. If you are a lazy mom or you want to be one today, tell us what your favorite thing is to lay around and do. What's your favorite?
Yeah.
Let your hair down moment.
I honestly spent a whole day napping off and on and watching Hallmark movies. That's pretty much.
Let me summarize every Hallmark movie. All right. I used to wrangle cattle, and now I own a ranch outside of town. And you are a former photographer for a major magazine in a large city, and you're getting away from the rat race. And so when you come to town, we meet by happenstance, and we start a relationship.
Oh,
and
no, whoa,
wait, I'm not done.
Okay.
I have children, and you have children as well, but neither one of us know that. But then you come to find out that, and then we fall in love. But then the city has to, has entered itself in a contest to be the most charming city around Christmas. And if we don't win, then the city fathers are going to close down the entire city, including the church where we want to get married at. So under the pressure, you've taken on the responsibility of winning the contest. So now, because of that pressure, you don't want to be responsible for the city or my happiness, so you leave, but then you come to your senses because you talked to your grandmother in a dream.
Okay.
And then we end up getting married and our families love each other forever.
But, well, we don't know all that. But I will interject here.
Am I close?
You're very close.
That's every Hallmark movie.
But it's true. They're about the same. But it does start when they meet. It's usually they don't like each other at first, but actually they love each other, but they don't know it yet.
Oh, okay.
There's always a little tension. So.
All right. Well,
anyway,
that sounds good enough.
Okay, let's move on to the next one because this one's it's very important. Today is Food Bank Day.
Oh, yes.
And what it is, I mean, if you're familiar with food banks or giving, different outreaches that give food away to those that are hungry, there are a lot of people in this world who are going hungry and they don't have money, they don't have food. I mean, we've done so many food outreaches, and yet every time we do it, I still feel like we're not doing enough.
So in order to celebrate something like this, what should somebody do? Do an event where they charge people admission, but
yes, you cannot, to a football game.
Or when you're at the store today, pick up some extra stuff, take it by the food bank.
And there are food banks all over the world. I mean, so many different places.
Probably several in your little community that you live in. Yes,
and just it's easy to find. So, so definitely let's get America eating.
Yes,
but
healthy.
Healthy.
Speaking of that, let me ask you this question, and we're going to jump in the interview today.
Okay.
What was your favorite candy to get while you were trick-or-treating?
Well, I would say definitely Reese's.
Sure.
Something chocolate.
Of course.
Definitely.
Did you ever get the crappy stuff, though, like an apple?
Yes.
Or a popcorn ball?
Because I always said not to eat the apples because there could be an.
There's never been a case of that in the United States.
I know.
Any of that. But anyway, did you ever get the crappy stuff, though, like the apple, or maybe you get the popcorn ball? I don't like circus peanuts. But you get the popcorn ball that fell apart or something like that?
Yeah, something. Yeah.
Okay. Well, in the comment section below, if you're watching on one of the social media platforms, why don't you let us know what was your favorite candy to get at Halloween, trick-or-treating, all right? Because now for me, it was a Reese's Cup or full-size Snicker bar. Because it was just cold enough that it kept it cold, and it almost... it was perfect. Didn't melt.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
Hershey's, all that stuff was always good. But the full-size Snicker bars were the bomb. All right. This year, Twix has announced a brand new flavor. And I hope that our kids get some of these in their baskets when they go, or their bags.
Yeah.
Twix is coming out just in time for Halloween. Salted caramel cookie bars.
Yeah, that would be good.
That is.
Yeah, I really did love Twix. It was always a toss-up between Reese's and Twix.
Twixes are good, and those came out when we were, early teenagers.
Yeah.
Late tweens.
Yeah.
All right, lastly, Krispy Kreme has the football-shaped decorated donuts for a limited time because football season is in full swing now. High school's already started. I think college starts tomorrow.
Yep.
And then the NFL starts next Sunday. So, or next Thursday, excuse me. So, for a limited time, if you have a Krispy Kreme near you, go by and get your football-shaped and decorated donuts.
Get a couple boxes, share with the people around
and
have fun.
Take them out and have a good time.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for what's going on around the country. Let's jump in and talk to Christopher Shawn Shaw as we expand your search. My guest today is Christopher Shawn Shaw. He is a repeat guest on the program. He is an award-winning film producer. He is also the owner of Anchor Productions. He helmed the brand new comedy that just came out last year called Church People. We went to see it with a group from our church. Absolutely hilarious. After a great run in theaters, this movie is now being released to digital home video starting today. This movie has a huge cast. Thor Ramsey, Stephen Baldwin, William Billy Baldwin, Chynna Phillips, Michael Monks, Donald Faison, Joey Fatone, and so many more. It was just an absolutely well-done show with a great great message. Christopher is also the producer, director, and editor of the brand new, hilarious comedy cooking show. It's called Something Smells Funny. It's hosted by the very funny comedian Scott Wood, and it has some of the most funny guests that you're ever going to see. One of the guests includes SNL alumnus Victoria Jackson. Some of you would remember her, blonde, always played the kind of whiny characters, really funny. Something Smells Funny is streaming now for free on TUBI. That's TUBI. Please welcome back to the program, Christopher Shawn Shaw. Hey, how's it going, Christopher?
Howdy, everybody. Thanks for having me back. A repeat
Yes.
A repeat guest. That's incredible.
You only got to come back 3 more times till you get the key to the locker room and the gold jacket and all that stuff. So
I'm reminded of all the times all the hosts Saturday Night Live.
Exactly.
The 5-timers club and all that stuff.
Yes, so that you're almost there. So, man, it's first 3 more. Yeah. It's first of all, let me just say it's really great to see you. I'm so glad that we've kind of had a Facebook kind of relationship come up to, since we met before, and we've been able to kind of keep track of what's on. You have been just super busy. It looks like all kinds of great things going on. Tell us how things have been since we saw you last.
Pretty exciting. Church People had a great release in the theaters in, you said last year. I know it feels like last year.
You're right. It was this year, wasn't it?
But it was actually this past March, mid-March. It had a Fathom Events theatrical release, which was really cool. And there's the handle for it on Instagram at Church People. If you're on Facebook, it's at Church People Movie. And if you're on Twitter, it's at Church PPL Movie. And the hashtag we're using for Church People is hashtag Church People Film. So if you're sharing, which is very helpful if you share about it on the internet, social media, emails, etc., because as he said today, exciting, it's on digital and DVD. So you can buy it in stores like Walmart and Target. You can get it online. I believe Amazon's got it. And, basically virtually everywhere you get movies, you can get Church People. So we hope you enjoy it. And I like to say that people who, no matter where you are in your faith journey, whether you're a believer or not a believer, I'm pretty sure you're going to find at least 1 or 2 characters you can relate to in the movie. Would you say that's a fair assessment, Brent?
At least. And the ones that you can't necessarily relate to, they absolutely steal the show. I thought Chynna Phillips and Billy Baldwin's scene was, I think they deserve their own movie. I don't know if that could ever be written, but my goodness, they were hilarious.
One of my favorite scenes of the movie. I mean, when I was sitting in the director's chair watching the monitors on that scene, I was grinning ear to ear because they nailed it. And I love that moment. And I think you'll remember the moment where she says something to the effect of, "I just wish there was something we could do to help." And everybody just stares at each other. It was so funny. They did a great job.
They really did, and it kind of put me in the frame of mind. And I know this is probably not the best film to reference on a believer's show, but in the 40-Year-Old Virgin, Paul Rudd and his it's Leslie Mann, they ended up getting their own movie out of that, and they're completely different kind of characters, but I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but those guys, they stole the show so much that I think they could almost pull off their own movie. But anyway, I digress. So you won an award for Church People. It's done really well. I've heard nothing but good things about it. But tell us what's the award that you won for it.
Well, thank you so much for saying that. I super appreciate it. I'm really thrilled at the overwhelmingly favorable responses it's been getting overall. I mean, it's truly an honor and a privilege to be part of this project for sure, especially as my first comedy narrative feature film. But yeah, so the award, I hope I don't butcher her name. I believe it's Annabelle Monroe. She helms a festival in Las Vegas called Action on Film Festival. And they just had it a few weeks ago. And she was so excited about the trailer. And by the way, if you haven't seen the trailer, you got to see the trailer.
Well, we're going to play it here in just a minute. Yep.
Oh, yeah. You're going to play it. That's
Yeah.
right. So she was so excited about the trailer. I'm not even sure she saw the movie yet. And she's like, I want to give you an honorary award. And so it was an award basically for achievement in faith purpose film. And I don't know if you know this or not, Brent, but we were also nominated alongside 4 other incredible projects for the K-Love Fan Awards this year.
Oh, that's awesome.
We were nominated in the, I think it was Faith or Film TV Impact Award. So we were nominated alongside The Chosen, which won, of course. that was not a shocker that one won. But we were nominated alongside The Chosen, I Am Patrick, I Still Believe, and A Week Away.
Wow.
So
all great projects. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, like what an honor it was to be considered in that category. I mean, like I was not expecting that one.
Well, you guys deserved it. We took our church to go see it. We did the night it was playing at the Disney Springs here in Orlando. We went, and all of us, almost the whole church went, and it was outstanding. I could hear people just hee-haw laughing around me. And they loved it. And afterwards, we all kind of grabbed a bite to eat, and everybody said great things about it. So, well done. You did a great job with it. I wanted to ask you, how do you get a cast like that? Because for a faith-based film, you usually don't see that many. I mean, you'll see 1 or 2 big names. You see a Kirk Cameron here. I mean, of course, Stephen's been in tons of faith-based films. But then you get people like Donald Faison and Michael Monks. How do you do that?
When you have a budget, you'll be surprised who you can get.
Well, all right then.
No, we were so thankful to have a budget. I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but Mike Lindell funded the whole thing, and we had a really nice budget.
That explains why he's in it. Okay,
he's in it, and would you agree? It's a hilarious cameo when you would least expect it. You don't see it coming, and then boom, there it is.
I literally in the theater screamed out loud, "That's Mike Lindell," and just started laughing. So done.
It's a great cameo, and it comes when you least expect it. But he funded the whole thing, and because we had a decent budget, and we had a couple of producers, Stephen being one of them, who was able to reach out to certain talent. I mean, that's how we landed Chynna and Billy and Stephen. I mean, they're brothers.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if a lot of people don't know this, but Chynna Phillips is married to Billy Baldwin. They've been married for I think 30 years or something.
A long time.
And Chynna is a very outspoken believer. She has a YouTube channel called California Preaching. It's either California Preaching or California Preach. But she gets really raw about her journey, and if she's having a bad day, she's going to tell you. And she has some really interesting guests like Beckett Cook. She does a cooking show with a guy named Beckett Cook that's fun stuff in the kitchen. So anyway,
and we know some of the some of those folks that are on there. Like a really good friend of Jody and I's is Tina Conkin, who's a relationship expert who's, I guess, helped Billy and Chynna in the early years.
Oh,
and
nice.
have now done a lot. They do a lot of relationship advice on stuff on that as well. So outstanding. So we're going to take a look at Church People right now. It drops today on digital home video. So take a look at the trailer right here.
I told you if we broke attendance records, I'd get the church logo tattooed on my arm.
Skip, remember back when we first started? All we did was preach the gospel.
Ooh, Superman works. I like Superman. Guy, what do you think?
What happened to you?
Me? Your dad is the one with the gimmicks.
The power of the Holy Spirit propels us.
I just want the church to get back to the gospel.
Problem is you're trying to get your message across.
The gospel?
Right. And ain't nobody listening to that.
For Good Friday and Easter, I need something big. Amen?
Bigger than the resurrection.
Bigger than anything we've ever done. National headlines.
Preach on the death and resurrection of Jesus.
Bam! An actual crucifixion.
Uh-oh.
By placing the nails through your palms in the right place, we hope to avoid major nerve damage.
Operation Stop Skip is a go. That's awesome.
You have to cancel this Good Friday stunt.
Don't be so dramatic, honey. Ooh. I like the rusty ones.
What are you gonna do?
I told him he's insane. Been praying for you about that toe fungus. This could be beneficial for all parties involved.
We foster a yes environment here.
God wanted me to marry you and you could be my wife.
I have an answer for you.
And there it is. Church people, it's now available on digital home video starting today. So head to wherever you buy your streaming or downloads from and purchase it today. And,
or go to a store and get a hard copy.
Hard
and
copy
if
of the
you
DVD.
do, by the way, if you would please, if you do go get a hard copy, will you please take a selfie with it and post it on social media?
I love it. And hashtag it
hashtag church people film.
Church people film. All right. Chris, you've also got another big project that's being it's streaming right now for free on TUBI. It's called Something Smells Funny. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, if you love to laugh and love to eat, have we got a show for you?
This is for Americans then, isn't it?
Oh, I hope it goes worldwide.
Yeah, worldwide. Yeah.
But yeah. So comedian and impressionist Scott Wood. He's been doing stand-up comedy for like 3 decades, so he's a veteran at it. And he's really good friends with a pediatrician in Southern California named Dr. Watson. No joke, that's his real name, Dr. Watson.
Elementary.
Dr. Timothy Watson, pediatrician in Southern California, and he's like a big kid at heart. He's got 4 different cities that he has offices in, and they're all themed offices. So he's got a Victorian themed office in Redlands. He's got a Joshua Tree and Yosemite themed offices in Riverside, and he's got a Hawaiian themed office in Paris. That's Perris, not Paris. But so big kid at heart. So Scott has this idea, and I've been doing videos with Scott and Tim since around 2012. Every couple of years, we tend to do kind of a big project where it's several days of filming, and it started out with doing sketches for his clientele, because he would run into some pet peeves of people not knowing how to act when they come to the clinic, or staff needing a refresher on how you should treat patients when they come to the clinic, kind of a thing. So we started with patients, and then we branched out to doing more and more that was sort of a hodgepodge: providers, staff, patients. And it's basically non-mean-spirited, over-the-top comedy with comedian Scott Wood, and these sketches on proper clinic etiquette and how to treat your patients and how to treat the providers and stuff like that. And so Scott, over the years, has been talking about this idea, like doing this comedy cooking show where he would invite a guest comedian on, and they would show us how to make something to eat. And he and Tim were going back and forth about it. And Tim was like, well, let's do it. Let's have relatively healthy cooking. We have to have a disclaimer up at the front saying, like, we're not, we can't deem everything healthy, but but I mean, it's generally healthy cooking. It's not creating junk food in the kitchen. And so, so that's how Something Smells Funny sort of morphed. It was comedians bringing their own recipes in, and it's generally a healthy dish, and showing us how to make it. And we show mishaps and all. So it's not your uber polished, everything goes perfectly in the kitchen leading up to the main entree. So we see, a blender on the floor and stuff like that. Really, really funny stuff. And we have 4 episodes on TUBI, and we have a hodgepodge highlight episode. So the first episode is the hodgepodge. So you can see all 4 guests in one episode. It's about 20 to 25 minutes. Each one is somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 to 25 minutes. And then each episode after that is the individual comics come on and have their own special dish and their own episode. So it's a lot of laughs, a lot of fun, and you get to learn how to make a relatively healthy dish.
And laugh along the way. I know
and
that.
Laugh along the way, yeah. So we got Victoria Jackson, we got Mark Christopher Lawrence, we got Jimmy Brogan, we got Bobby Collins, and we have the host who nails it. No matter who the guest is, he nails it, Scott Wood. Hilarious.
That's awesome. Let's take a look at the trailer for that. Here it is, Something Smells Funny.
Let's talk about the show Chuck. You played Big Mike.
That was a lot of fun. You can't exist and talk at the same time?
Yeah, you know.
It's a cooking show, Scott. This cooking has to happen.
There's a comic in the kitchen. It's time for Something Smells Funny.
Hey, welcome to Something Smells Funny, the cooking show with stand-up comics.
Everybody steals Dana Carvey's impressions.
I've never done that. Never, not gonna do it.
My parents made me become a comedian.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted to be a lawyer or a doctor. And they said, no, we want a failure in the family.
Okay,
so,
great.
Now, did you personally cut the cheese or no?
No.
Okay. Because something smells funny, Bobby. You want to break them down really good, so make sure you crush them. It looks like you just like fondling them. Crush them, Scott.
Nobody ever asks me about my culinary skills.
They don't?
No, ever.
This will be the blonde leading the blonde, okay, people? Well, what does that do?
Anything go to the bathroom really quick.
Okay, yeah. Food can kill you. My uncle got run over by Meals on Wheels. Can you believe that? This is going to be delicious. It's a half-hour show, Victoria. I don't know. Like we did with Play-Doh and sand at the beach.
See how that looks?
She'll be so impressed if I did this.
She would be. She'd be impressed that you're actually in the kitchen.
That does look, I'm gonna be honest, it looks sick and disgusting, Jimmy. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I've been wanting to bite this since you got here.
Well, you don't just bite it, Scott. You take a fork.
Well, I wasn't gonna just go face down like a pig. Someone should invent silverware.
Super Popeye spinach explosion will make you big and strong. What's love got to do?
And to all of our viewers, we'll see you next time on Something Smells Funny. Thanks, everybody. This is so good.
There it is, streaming now on TUBI. Something Smells Funny. And we've got the producer-director, Christopher Shawn Shaw, as our guest today. Man, these are both just amazing projects that a lot of folks don't understand, that the quality of faith-based programming is getting so much better, like this show. And so... but
shameless plug.
That's right. I am so appreciative of your time today. We're going to throw up some information on the screen. If you'd like to follow along in all of Christopher's adventures, you can do that. Here it is right there. You can follow him on there it is for the Church People Movie on Facebook, Church People on Instagram, and a Church PPL Movie on Twitter. You can also go to any of the websites above, churchpeoplefilm.com, ChristopherShawnShaw.com, and somethingsmellsfunny.tv. Take advantage of all of these great products that are available to you now. And, man, Chris, we can't wait to see you again and on whatever's coming next. Just know, and I say this regularly to folks like yourself, open invitation to come back and talk about anything that you want to talk about.
Well, thank you so much. And let me just say, if you all like what you see, please share this interview and share the trailers when you find them on Facebook and on YouTube and so forth. If you like what you see, share, because a lot of it's going to get out via word of mouth.
That's right. Give Nugget a big hug for us, and have a great rest of your day, all right?
Thank you. God bless you and your audience, and thanks so much for having me. Repeat.
Yes. Two-timer. All right, that's Christopher Shawn Shaw. And now let's stop for directions. Laughter. It's something that we are actually made to do. And in the world that we live in, there is a huge need for more of it. I have never in my 50 years seen a more important time than we're living in right now, where people need to loosen up, let their hair down, and laugh, especially at things that are truly funny. The question I want to ask today is, at what point did being aware of injustice or war or a problem, an issue, a challenge, eclipse the need for laughing at something, especially when it's funny? It's so refreshing to see that some people are remembering this and are giving us tools to enjoy some of these things in life again. These projects from our guest today, Christopher Shawn Shaw, are two awesome tools to help with that. But the huge need that we have, that someone has to tell us it's okay to laugh, is a symptom of a bigger problem. I believe that we have allowed our problems in this world to become bigger than the problem solver. Jesus himself told us that things in this life could be as big as mountains. But then he turns right around and tells us that we can speak to mountains and they would be removed. Why can we do that? Well, it's not because of us. It's because we serve a great problem solver. God himself is so much bigger than any problem that we would ever face. When you get that fact down on the inside of you, then you can laugh in the face of something big and bad. Laughter does your heart good. The Bible says it's like medicine. Let's take some time to keep the focus where it needs to be, on the problem solver. Take a minute, see for yourself how big and awesome God is. Then you can look at your problem and laugh in spite of it. If you need help, check out Church People on DVD and digital release today. You can also check out Something Smells Funny, now streaming on TUBI. That's going to wrap it up for the show today. My thanks to Christopher Shawn Shaw for dropping in on us today. It was so great to have you. We wish you nothing but the best for these new projects, and we can't wait to see you again. Thanks to Jody for a stellar show today. Join me next week with, amongst other people, we're going to be having some guests that will include harrowing stories of helping refugees escape during the evacuation of Afghanistan, somebody who's been rescuing children from trafficking and slavery, and someone else who's been mentoring people who are wanting to get into the entertainment business and live a life of integrity while doing it. Our special guest that day will be Venus Monique, who plays Detective Chris Tanner on the hit TV show Vindication. Until then, I hope we help you expand your search. Have a great day, everybody.
Thanks for joining us today. Connect with us on @expandingyoursearch on Facebook and Instagram and @expandingsearch on Twitter. Relive any of our episodes on YouTube. We're available wherever podcasts are found, including Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. You can also download the Direction Ministries app on iOS, Android, Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire. Take some time today to expand your search and stop for directions.